Hello everyone, I'm Silverraptor, and welcome to a showcase of my Build 41 Project Zomboid game. I've decided I wanted to do this basically as a written record, so to say, of what I've done in my solo playthrough of Project Zomboid, which I've been playing for the past year and a half or so, just all on my lonesome. And yeah, I've done quite a bit, done quite a lot, and this particular game, which of course I named it End of 41, but I didn't know when Build 42 would be coming out, and it is currently in the unstable version at the time of this recording. So I wanted to showcase my character and everything, and the custom settings that I set up. Yes, I did do a little bit of custom. Right now, we'll take a cigarette because I am agitated currently. But yeah, I'll showcase my character. Please welcome Sora Arya. I picked a female character, mainly because it was the male character, was the growing out the beard and the hair. I'd have to keep trim on that, and that was just extra maintenance I didn't want to do, so I just rolled up a woman and didn't have to worry about any of that. As you can see, I have a lot of traits. The traits I picked were thin-skinned, high thirst, slow healer, conspicuous, hearty appetite, prone to illness, a smoker, and weak stomach, and slow reader for the negative traits. But I went with lumberjack, so I got the axeman with speed demon, cat's eyes, dexterous, lucky, nutritionist, gymnast, eagle-eyed, fast learner, keen hearing, organized, handy, hunter, desensitized, athletic, and strong. Now, you're probably thinking that doesn't make sense, and you're right. There are a few mods. That's why I went with the custom version. The first thing I did with this game is I'll zoom out later. I turned off zombie respawn. I just did it just apocalypse settings, but removed zombie respawn. That was primarily what I did. A lot of other stuff were UI things, such as being able to see my weapons list here. I also wanted to play around with metalworking, so I downloaded a mod which was I could make my refill propane tanks using mulch and such and a heat source, and so I did that so I could play around with the metal. And I basically went through this entire game without dying, well, legitimately. I did die once, but that was a known bug that the developers have said they have no idea how to recreate, so they don't have no idea how to fix it. And that was one time where a zombie came up and managed to do a lunge on me, and as you can see, I am pretty well protected, right? Everything is going to block, and when that zombie did the lunge, I was at full health, I just instant died. And not even came back as a zombie like you do when you die to a zombie, you just straight up died. So that was annoying, but I had about the same amount of kills as I do now, so I'm going to say I killed about 70,000 zombies in my entire playthrough of this game. I also had a perk where after I killed so many zombies, I would become desensitized, so that's why that was there. And I also heavily worked out, so I think I started off I started off basically at 0 strength and 0 fitness, and I've gotten all the way up to basically 9.5. Yeah, here are all my skills that I was working on. And it's just a lot of this is just passive gain. I'm just grab weapons whenever I want, so that's why all of this has just been leveling up. Farming's got up. I got metalworking quite high. Even with just refreshing the propane tank, it still took me quite a bit to get metalworking up. But yeah, aiming I got to 10 right off the bat, or just on its own. Reloading, that was also passive as well. So yeah, first aid is my least, trained skill because, well, I didn't have to do first aid very much. And oh, that's another thing. One thing that there was this one mod that I liked is that, unlike the Project Zomboid where you bite and you instantly get turned into a zombie. There was this one mod that I liked where you're mostly immune, but you can still become susceptible to the zombie virus. So say one bite that bites you, you have a 1% chance of turning into the zombie. succumbing to the bite. But every like successive bite increases the percentage exponentially. Like it goes from 1, then to 5, then to 10, then to 20, then to 50. It's like multiple bites. So if I got into a really dire, stupid predicament, I would then succumb to it. And that, that helped alleviate kind of like some bullshit that I would, that this game can sometimes throw at you. And I just wanted to cover that basis. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have pretty sweet gear. I've got the katana, everyone loves it. Hammer on the belt, followed by a nightstick. And then, of course, we've got the M9 with the laser dot sight and red dot sight. And as you can see, I've got, like I said, full protection. If we come here, it's just black leather trousers, complete with leather strip patches put in, and that max tailoring. Those are very good protection. I've even got long johns on, which all leather strips to increase it as well. The firefighter helmet, military green cameo shirt, a bulletproof vest, everything's going to be different when it comes to Build 42, but it gets released out of the unstable version, so I'm not rushing to do that right here. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase all the bases that I have. Let's look at the map. So the map here, this is where I made my base in Riverside when I decided to make my expedition into Riverside, going to all the different events. I've been picking up annotated maps, and they kept marking new stuff here and there, so I would mark them on the maps, and then eventually I did an expedition out here to Riverside. As you can see, I extensively traveled the roadway system. My home base is actually right here in Rosewood. And we shall... I'm not going to go into Riverside again because it mostly cleared out, and there's nothing much else to show. I didn't really do much in Riverside other than visit these locations. But I did clear out this storage area because these walls are impenetrable and safe. And I used this here as my sleeping quarters. So I just slept here on this couch whenever I was done. And so I'll showcase a little bit of how I decided to make this place cozy. You might be wondering why some of these are missing tiles. Well, I had to use a sledgehammer in order to break down these doors, and for some reason the sledgehammer wanted to remove this first before it removed the door, so that's what happened there. And then coming over here, I've got a car all ready to go for our travel. In Riverside, I went ahead and moved a microwave in there. Over here is where I collect all of my cigarettes and matches and lighters because, well, I'm a smoker. That was some free points in Build 41. And then here's like all of my collection of things. So, yeah, I collected a bunch of stuff here. Most of this is from Riverside. Just as a stationary, whenever I come here, I have like some supplies that I can go and grab. I'm going to go ahead and eat these cereal right now because we are getting a little bit of peckish and we are kind of downturn on weight. And over here, I've got freezers and refrigerators so that if I decide to do fresh food, I could have done that. And all the other stuff, all the other bins I've looted, and most of the more important stuff were in those lockers there. I have the generator here running to keep all the stuff that's powered. So here's my first set of door right here as a defense measure to prevent zombies from getting inside. And then, as you can see here, I made somewhat of a defensive stockade here, but I kind of abandoned the project halfway through due to like the unnecessity of it because there are no more zombies left. I've killed them so thoroughly. But I used this to get onto the top back here in order to be able to put the water barrel there. And then with that water barrel, I was able to refill my water bottles by coming in here. And I plumbed it into the sink here, which I will fill up the water bottle now. And it's pretty well secured. The only thing that's not secured is right here, which I welded a steel plate over. So zombies, good luck getting through there. They have to be really dedicated. I have to just not hear them at all. Now, after eating all that, we're starting to trend in the weight up. So we're going to get going, but this is going to be kind of like the end of the game here, and I don't need all of this protective equipment if I'm just going to be driving around and showing you all the bases. So give me a second, and let me go change it to something a little bit better. All right, and here we are. One katana-wielding bunny suit woman. I ended up finding basically a gentleman's club in Louisville. And yes, I did go to Louisville. And we're going to go and that's where I went and picked up all that stuff that was in good condition because I'm like, hey, why not? I needed something to do with my time. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to keep the doors closed. I do want to keep this stuff relatively secure. So we'll come on over here. I'll open this door. And I have a lot of these like double gates just in case. The zombies don't really migrate as much as I thought they would, and I was imagining that they would siege my bases, but they never did. So that was a missed opportunity. Also, the reason why I have the elevated garrison up there where I could snipe at the zombies as they came forward. So from here, we're going to go through the map. Oops. Make sure we stop so we don't crash into trees. So in the map, I am going to be taking this road down here. This was the main highway that I connected between Rosewood and Riverside. And I thought it would be a nice road to go down, given that a lot of this has changed in Build 42, especially this area. So let's go and check that out, shall we? Off we go. Then hang a left here, and then we'll just continue driving on. And a lot of these roads I actually cleared myself. If it was a wreck, I would use propane torch and weld it into nothing. If there was a wreck that you couldn't dismantle due to the fact that it was still in enough of a condition that it could still be driven at like 10% condition strength, I would just hook it up to my car and pull it off to the side of the road, which we should encounter before too long here. I'm going a little bit slowly because of my Steep Demon perk. I don't want to accidentally turn too quickly on these curves. When we get to the highway, I'm going to go full speed because that should be clear. Although, interestingly, when I turned off zombie respawns, the migration still impressed me, as I would get occasional zombies in areas that I had cleared out in-game weeks ago, and then suddenly there was like a few zombies that just suddenly appeared up, and I knew that they couldn't respawn there, but yeah. Back over there, I'm just going to showcase right over here, those cars I towed out of the way so that they're not in this street path and I don't have to worry about them. But yeah, I don't anticipate any zombies, but due to the fact that I kept getting onesies and twosies appearing in areas, especially areas I haven't been in a while, we might encounter a zombie or two, which is why I still have the katana and everything. We'll just use that to quickly clear it. But yep. Move those cars over there to the side. And you'll see like occasional like scrap metal in the middle of the road. Those were the cars that I could just straight up scrap and just turn into piles of metal, and then I just ignored the metal and moved on. But yeah, I think we're almost to the highway, if my memory serves me correct. I haven't driven on this road for quite a while. There we go. Yep. Actually, you know what? I'm going to showcase, because in Build 42, this is available, but in Build 41, if we go down this curve here, first off, it looks like there's a segment that goes off there. Hey, I saw some zombies. Yeah, a gas station there. Here's some zombies here. Yeah, there's a few more locations here. That guy has a spear in him. So, yeah, there's an area I haven't explored yet. But the road kind of goes down, and it goes into a steel fence, if I am correct. Basically, end the map entirely. So here are these guys. I'm just going to ignore them, because this is just a showcase for the most part. And here we go. Now we're basically approaching where there's no more lines, which means that we're kind of getting near the end of the military blockade. And a lot more zombies over here. Those guys are having a lunch. Turn, scurf. Okay. Alright, here we go. So there's the military checkpoint up ahead. I'm going to just run on ahead here. We can do that, and there we go. That's the edge. But in Build 42, we can continue on. So, yeah, that's good by me. You guys, excuse me, out of the way. Yep, you. Alright, we're just going to have to clear out a few of them. Hey, over here. Oh. Alright. Kind of don't care about keeping this mint condition because I'm going to be heading off. Got a few blood on the vehicle, so we'll go and do some maintenance a little bit later. But yeah, that is the mod in question of showing when your weapon loses condition. And of course there are new changes in the conditions in the Build 42 setup. So that map is now expanded. I'm looking forward to playing that in Build 42 when it gets out of unstable. I'm not really touching it in the unstable version because it is subject to change, and I don't want to get used to anything that then suddenly changes and I have to relearn it, especially since I'm going to be relearning a whole bunch anyway. So rather do it once than do it all over again. But this also gives me the chance to showcase this final playthrough. Final time of playing this save file. So we're going to go down. I am going to roll down the window, and here's a fancy trick. And I can then right click, go into combat mode, and I can look farther down and see what might be coming. Now, like I said, I don't anticipate. There are still a few zombies on the road, so I do need to be ready and not panic when I see one who might walk out in front. But that actually, after seeing all those zombies near the edge of the map, it kind of explains why these zombies keep appearing along this highway. They can just migrate over there. It's actually not that far away. I'm sure like the heat map just, I think I recall in Build 41 they have like a heat map area where zombies could respawn, and if the zombie population count is lower than like other areas that should have lower population count, they do like an auto migration to try to return to those percentage ratios, which allowed for some zombie migration and such, but none to try to go and smash down the gates of any of my bases. Oh, there. Window being open. My character's getting kind of cold because all she's wearing is a bunny suit. So, yeah. Our first destination will be about the gas station, about the halfway point. And that one, I remember taking about 3 in-game weeks to clear out. But then again, I was always stationing in Rosewood, so I had to keep like driving forward and then back, and then forward and back. It's just the travel time probably added to this. Yeah, this right here. So along here, cleared out. There was a lot of zombies here. I know that this spreads out quite a bit. It has been expanded in Build 42. Let me just come over here real briefly. Because I think there's a gas station. Yeah, here's a gas station. I put the generator. That's all nice and good. The diner and everything. So, yeah, this was like my halfway point. I didn't know how far Riverside was, so that's why I cleared out this entire area. Hooked up the generator so that I could just keep my car refueled as a halfway point before I was going to push my way further into Riverside. Which I ultimately did. And then we shall now head to where it all started in my main home base, Rosewood. I see you standing in the highway. Okay, there's quite a few people still heading out, standing around here, but I just knew that every zombie I killed was one less I would have to face because they did not respawn. And I think we could just hold down the pedal to the metal now and go down this highway. Oh, nope, not quite yet. There's a curve. Good thing I was forewarned by looking out ahead. So, if you were wondering about how much time has passed, I would say somewhere between 2 in-game years passed in this game. When I first started, so I got quite a bit done. As you can see, there's almost no zombies or zomboids on the road due to the fact that, yeah, I cleared them out, every single one. It was kind of a, can I clear out almost every zombie in my game? I didn't to move those cars because, well, I was just staying on this side of the road, and I'm just like, yep, it's safe here. But I kept doing quite a bit of challenges for myself to keep myself preoccupied because there's just so much to do on the map. One of the things that I can showcase is I did do the military base, and now there's actually an underground to that military base, which was something I was looking forward to was down there. And based upon the videos coming out, it's pretty cool. So the military base was definitely interesting. I was able to get up a lot of military equipment, body armor and such, military shirts, and even a bunch of magazines to equip all of my guns with it. And yeah, so we're going down here basically at full speed. This is probably the most traveled area that I have due to my long efforts here. So I think I basically cleared out everything in between. That road right there, if I recall, is where you would take to go to the military base. Yes, it is. You do go to the dirt roads. We won't go to the military base because there's a hell of a lot of trees that have grown up in the dirt road, and this car can't make it there, and I don't want to bore you guys by me walking all the way to, well, basically fully cleared out military base. So we should be very close to Rosewood now. I just need to find the turn off here. Let's see. Alright. I remember that road paralleling for a while, so I'm just taking my foot off the gas and coasting for a bit. See if it appears in my mini-map. Yeah, I did use the mini-map just to have like my bearings and such. You know, for fun, just to see what things are. Here we go. Here's our turn. So I'm going to go ahead and roll up the window. We're going to stop here for a second. So there's the gas station that I put a generator on. All of these other various places, cars and everything, and like I have to be careful down this road because I haven't been to my Rosewood base in quite a while, but every so often a zombie would have just appeared in the middle of this road even though I thought I had completely cleared out all of Rosewood. So yeah, past the courthouse, and then we come to my firehouse. As you can see, I had prepared this place up for a full-on siege. Okay, so we're going to open this. I left that door open. Excellent. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and turn in here for a sec. Tight squeeze. But yeah, I used the metal to just kind of practice, and wasn't the greatest turn, but put that cop car. I managed to line up the cop car in the line, so let me just see if I can turn around a bit better. Yeah, there we go. Come on over here. Come here. Turn around. Come down. And touchdown. Alright, so here we are at my home base. It's been a while since I've been here. And first off, I'm actually going to wash the vehicle because we're going to restock on supplies and water here. And what shape is this after running over some of those zombies? Still very good shape. If you're wondering how I got in good shape, a lot of mechanic stuff of basically finding good vehicle parts and just putting it in. So as you can see, I put a lot of cook pots out to collect water. I would use that for soup and such, have a bunch of different water. The water in the back here was to help plant the plants. If you're wondering why I have all of these dug out, and that was because when it's raining, there was a higher chance of collecting worms, so I just kept myself busy and got the worms by digging furrows in night, which would help me go and get the fish. And as you can see, the checkered pattern, I kept distance between the crops so that they wouldn't share their diseases. While we're here, why don't we go ahead and wash ourselves and our clothes from all the blood that we just recently acquired. And as you can see, I have rain barrels up top in order to be able to provide water, fresh water, I should say, untainted water from the spigots because I had piped those in. And hang on, we're just going to speed this up. There we are. Okay. I can put the katana away. I'm safe in here. Alright, first let me just double check the generator. Is the generator on? Don't hear it on, so let's find out. It does have fuel, so I turned it off before I left. There we are. And, yeah, I accumulated a bunch of stuff here. Some emergency weapons right up here. Here's my propane torch and welding rod section with my cigarettes and lighter. All the propane tanks, I can fulfill those. All of the gas cans that I was collecting, so I didn't have to make frequent stops to the gas station. I just collected them. Bunch of batteries, a battery charger. And then here's all of my tailoring stuff. I have this stuff on here, whereas these have the rip sheaths and everything for my tailoring, as well as all of my equipment to change into over here. I have a bunch of branches and twigs as like emergency. I need to make spears and whatnot, and then here are the knives that I've been collecting in case I need to turn them into spears, but weapons were pretty plentiful even on apocalypse difficulty, so that never actually happened. The annotated maps, those were what I was marking up everywhere. And the spare engine parts and everything. And over here is my overflow of extra weapons that I accumulated, complete with axes and everything. So, yeah, pretty good here. I got a sink, which is my primary source of water. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and refill our water bottle up here. And then I went and slept upstairs mainly. And here's my overflow of knives because downstairs actually ran out. And where I slept, actually, I dismantled the icebox here because it was taking up power, but no need to worry about that now. Here's a bunch of extra food and everything for my character, well stocked, as well as extra overflow of canned stuff here. I have the entire book, all the books that I need for reading and getting trained up in here, as well as all the different cassettes that I was accumulating. There's the TV there to put it in. And then I actually got a lucky spawn here, where this radio had the automated broadcast. So, if you're wondering why I slept in here, I would move the table here and such when I was initially staying here because I went with the claustrophobic trait. For some extra points. And with the perk about desensitize, which gets rid of panic, it also got rid of my claustrophobic trait as well. So that was just a bonus. So I didn't have to worry about claustrophobic, and I got some free points from it. So we just got agitated again. I'm just going to do another mandatory smoke break. And we'll going to continue on. But this has been my home base for quite a while. I'll definitely showcase the map a bit. So I did clear out the entire prison, including inside, as a project I did. If you're wondering what all these lightning bolts are, those are just I marked where I found generators. So if you see a lightning bolt, that just means generator here. But I didn't know how many I would need, and turns out not that many. So that was the generator here. This I used, as I said, a staging area. I used it to go up to here, Phallus Lake, and then over here to the military surplus store. I went down to March Ridge. I hit all the important areas of March Ridge. I ignored all this because it was all just residential and it was basically going to be the same thing. But yeah, water wasn't a problem here in Rosewood, especially since I also had a backup location, which I also used primarily for my fishing location as well. We have a spare sledgehammer here, but I have one in the truck, so that's fine. So I'm going to come on over here, and whenever I needed to get more fresh food, when I didn't want to dig into the cans, so to speak, I would make soup with fish soup, I should say, with a variety of different vegetables and such and seasonings in order to make a nice hearty soup meal. Haven't done that in a while because, well, it was basically getting to the end game, and I had just gotten to Louisville, and there was so much food in Louisville already, I didn't need to cook any of those extra soups and such. But I came over here. You might remember there used to be a forest here. Yeah, that became my wall for Rosewood. Over here, you might see a bunch of metal rings. That's where I would put my traps. They naturally just came apart, but that's where I was catching free game and stuff. It was far enough away from my base that I wouldn't disturb having the animals get caught there. I'm looking forward to playing where the animals are running through the world in the actual Build 42 itself. But yeah, down here I cleared my way through the roads here, and next to the car, the drive-in movie theater, and across the I guess bus station here in Rosewood, I went to the lake here in Rosewood in order to, and then another generator for gas if I needed it. But just driving across here, whenever I wanted fish, I just either walked or drove over here, putting gravel in this. I'll not get in there yet. And I went and I built myself a little fishing area where I put these wooden walls in and have a couple of benches, so in case I'm tired, I can, rest here. I have a trash can. I turned on the option that if I have junk, I can just delete all and just get rid of that, because mainly for performance purposes, so I don't accumulate too much. And then here's a bunch of my fishing stuff that I would require, which I would just go fish. Once I had full, I'd be done. With the walls here, I didn't have to worry about any zombies sneaking up on me, which is why I built it. And yeah, the things I did, just manage my own survival. I'm quite happy with how I managed it. Well, anyways, now that I showcased that, let's go and move along, because I have a base in every of the major starter towns. So we'll next head on over to Muldra. And unfortunately, we can't take the route that's closer, because that's a dirt road and trees filled that in about an in-game year ago, and I just never got around to cutting a path through, potentially since trees can just keep popping back up. So we're going to drive back to Rosewood briefly, but get to Muldra, and I'll show you the base location I picked in Muldra when I cleared that place out. I just noticed while driving down here that this is in the way. I move this every so often, just so it's out of the way. opposite of where I'm traveling. So as you can see, I can see further going this direction. Yeah. So the minimap is going to be on the left-hand side, I think, for the rest of this showcase. And as we continue on to Muldra. Alright, we are about coming up onto the crossroads here. And I thought we were getting close. But we passed recently the factory. Here we are. Yeah, the crossroads here. Just a few cars that are in good condition are left. Everyone else I towed and salvaged them for parts. And I'll just actually show like the map where I am at here. So like down here, went down to March Ridge, and I decided how far can I go down this road? Well, apparently when you hit here, there's a bunch of wrecked cars. And then the map just kind of ends and you couldn't really go further past. So I saw no point. And same for here, there weren't wrecked cars, but the road just kind of ended. And you couldn't go any further down. So just like, okay. Then next we shall go to Muldra, which will be up here. This do have to navigate a little bit, but you can see there's bits and pieces of wrecked car on the road, a couple of tires there as if someone was changing their tire on the road. And you can see the cars that I moved over to the side. And I decided when I was doing Muldra, since Muldra was a very long town, I'll show you when I get to a stop and can open the map. I decided to start at one end and just clear myself out towards the other end. Oops. Missed our stop there. Let's back up a bit. And then take a turn over here. Alright. And just continue on through here. There shouldn't be any more zombies in Muldra. Namely because, well, I cleared them all out. It's been a while, so yeah. Make this turn here. Hey, whew, cleared it. And then take a left here. Past this guy. And then here we are at the Rusty Rifle. So here's another home that I had. Hey, this generator is actually still running. Fuel 100, condition 100. I don't think there's like anything on, so that's why it was fine. Also, I haven't been to Muldra in a while, and I know that despawned. So yeah, here are a couple of ice boxes that I have down here. Bunch of matches, lighters, and cigarettes. And then using the rope ladder to get up to the second floor, so it was absolutely safe. So this was where I basically positioned myself. I think, hang on, let me just double check. Do I have water here? No. So that was the weakness, is I had no actual renewable water here. But it actually didn't matter because all of the houses I went to still had just like 20 water or so in the taps that I could take. And I also have a secondary exit to get out. This is my water. I just boil it. And that was what I did. So I also accumulated any like interesting cars that I found, like that one and this one. And I have no vehicle mods, so these are all just basically, I wanted to have as most of a vanilla version of the game as possible in terms of like equipment. But yeah, I started here and I slowly started clearing myself all the way through Muldra, all the way to the end, including the factory and such. And yeah, so now our next stop, let's go and head towards West Point. And actually that turned exactly where I wanted it to. So let's head on out. Now let's cut through the gas station, just save us a few twists and turns. I didn't really clear out the parking lots too much, but they're still evenly navigated. Alright, and then we are going to go down here. Now, I know there's this middle lane, but I don't want to stick to the middle lane because occasionally there will be a light pole in the middle there that you can crash into and wreck your car. You can ask me how I figured that out. Multiple times with my vehicle. I had to repair and replace vehicles more than once by accidentally doing that. I think we're going to be coming up on one such example. Oh no, not here. This one's fine, but further up, there's going to be another. It's going to be where that problem exists. Alright, so we're near the end of Maldra, I know, because that's where the storage lockers and stuff are. So now that we're clearing out, we are going to be taking the road in between Maldra and West Point. And I'll show you where I set up for West Point. So coming along here, I kind of knew what to expect, and you're going to see a lot of metal on the floor as I basically dismantled. Oh, you can also see all the dried blood of the amount of zombies that were here on the road through the cracks and such. But here is all the metal of the wrecked highway. I dismantled each and every car. Whoops! Accidentally hit E for emergency braking. So we'll continue forward, and I think I can cruise control, right? Yeah, let's just cruise control up to 90, and over here is the trailer park. I went and cleared that out as well. Here's another section of all the wrecked cars, and this is the road where if you go down the middle, you will crash your car into a traffic light. And right there. So that's what you need to worry about. And then we're going to continue on to West Point. And you know what? I think I'm just going to close the window so that we can warm up a little bit. Or at least, you know, keep it from getting warmer. Yep, we're going to start getting warmer. And almost going to get past. West Point should be pretty well clear. If I did, you know, clear every town out. And it is starting to get to be like 5:50 or so p.m. So, all right, whenever you see these signs, that's when you need to slow down, so that you don't take the turn too quickly. And then coming over here along West Point, we'll have the gas station right, not here. It should be very soon. Here we go. So we have the gas station. I have a generator there. That was where I would refill on gas. Here's the train tracks, railroad tracks that we would pass. Now you're probably thinking, wait, where is your base? Oh, you're probably thinking, let me guess, you turn left here, and you're going to the bar again, next to the gun store. Not quite, but there's a reason why I wanted to show this. So, where I actually based, I wanted to have a faster shortcut than the main road, and so I set myself up onto a project where my base is down this wooden road that I created. I cut myself through the trees, using the trees I cut down, sawing up, and turning it into a wooden road to keep any more trees from growing, as a shortcut to come down here, bypassing the main road. I mean, I still can take the main road, but this is whenever I want to go into West Point. I don't want to go into West Point because there's nothing much there. I could take the train tracks here, I could take the main road here, but either way, that takes me over here to what I call New West Point. So this is the base that I actually constructed for myself. Got the idea from a multiplayer game with some friends. They built it, and I said, hey, that's actually a pretty good idea. There's hardly any zombies around. I have a leftover police car that I use to get zombies out of towns and such. Had a couple of axes in the back. I again set up kind of a fishing area with the water here as well that I could boil. Though I think I did also get, yeah, plenty of fishing stuff. I also have a couple of water barrels up here. So we'll go and check this out real briefly. Generator info, 40% fuel. That's fine. Let's just turn this on. Alright. And here's the home. We have lamps to turn on, and of course microwave and an old stove for heat in the winter. All that is all cleared out. I'm actually going to fill up my water bottle here. And then I just put all of my stuff in here. And it's just basically an assortment of like food and medicine supplies. And ooh, another katana. So yeah, I accumulated quite a bit of stuff. Metal stuff. All the excess cigarettes and lighters that I would take off of zombies. A little bit of decoration so it's not just a wooden area. And then up here, I have the armory. I don't think I've completely cleared out the armory. No, I still have some ammo and weapons and such. But, yeah, I was collecting quite a bit of guns. And even in apocalypse mode, there are quite a bit of guns. Including lots of shotgun shells, too. Well, if I was going to continue, I'd have need to come down here to grab some of those shotgun shells. But, yeah, used to be a big armory here. I am noticing that it's like 6:40 p.m. So we might just, quickly do a night rest and continue the rest of our trek in the morning. And I built up here so that I have a solid roof protecting me from the elements. And then, of course, both of those rain barrels goes down to the sinks I had installed. But, yep, I built this whole thing myself. This was a nice little project that I worked on. And then over here is how we get up onto the ramparts. And then I have these little extended out firing holes that I could just take out my gun. And I could defend my base in case any zombie hordes came here was the idea. I always kept the precaution because I thought surely the closer we got to Louisville, there might be a zombie horde. But no, nope, I didn't have any siege that I had to defend against. But yeah, I built this whole thing using nothing but sheet rope, rags, and logs. And a lot of the lumber did come from the forest here on both sides. You can see the remnants of it. Oh, hello. Yeah. So this actually kept them out. That's actually good to know. So this thing actually was quite useful. Unfortunately, can't quite see them from this angle. I was not anticipating this, but hey, at least I didn't break down the wall. So let me just go ahead and take care of these couple of idiots, and then I'll go see about spending the night here and then starting up in the morning at first light. I don't have a problem because with my cat's eyes, I can see quite well in the dark. But I know in YouTube, darkness is like advanced darkness, and I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. So I thought this showcase would take 24 hours, in-game hours to show. Turns out, it's going to be a couple of days. So, hello. Alright, you guys. You need to just not exist anymore. Come here. Katana, so good. Nothing good on the zombies. That was another thing I've learned. The reason why I turned off respawning zombies is that I thought if I had limited loot, I wanted limited zombies. But I kind of found out a lot of zombies have weapons and loot on top of them. And zombies themselves are a resource in this game. The stuff that they carry is basically a renewable resource with the respawn. So that's something I'm looking forward to exploiting in Build 42 with that mindset of just, hey, zombies are a way to get stuff, especially after playing for a while. You'll be able to keep yourself well stocked up with just the sheer amount of killing zombies, which is the main thing of this game. And then let's wash this katana so it doesn't get rusty from the blood. And let's see about turning in. And, you know, just for fun, let's see here. I should have some alcohol in here somewhere. I saw. So I only have red wine and beer bottles. That's not going to be enough, I don't think. Is that all my alcohol? Oh, here we go. Bourbon. So why don't we drink a couple of bourbons? Get us self-plastered. And that will also get us tired really quickly. We are well fed. And I will cut ahead to when we are... I'll just cut ahead to the next day, as we are utterly... utterly shit-faced. It's you and me against the world. I love you. I love you. That is hilarious. So, yeah. I will see you tomorrow when I am sober. Alright. So, apparently I caught a cold overnight. That's fine. That's because I wasn't in any warm clothes and such. But, yeah. There is a solution for sneezing. I wonder if I actually stocked up on that. Also, wasn't anticipating this rain. I wanted to showcase you guys everything in the daylight. Let's see. A closed umbrella. We could do the umbrella here. It should be in the medical crates, I think. Do I not have it? Doesn't look like I do. Alright. Well, that's fine. Weight's fine. Need to have some... One way to help recover from having a nasty cold is just basically eating, having a lot of food in you. So let's have a choco cake. And then I will fill up on water. Okay. And we should get better before long. And we'll go and continue on checking everything. So you're going to have to put up with me sneezing a bit. Come on, turn on. Alright. I'm going to turn on the heater, so that will help us get better as well. And I have some coffee here so I can keep myself awake. Let's see here. Right. We are going to also turn on the emergency broadcast so I can figure out when this rain will stop. So it's going to be a lot of overlapping text. My apologies. Oh, before we go, why don't we just check the map real quick. So, yeah, here's New West Point, the base here. Everything here, I went and cleared all the way through West Point, even to there. And then, yeah, once I was done with that, it became a push across. I cleared out this entire mall here. You know what? I'll show you the mall real quick before we move on to Louisville. So, yeah, that's the plan. So, I guess we're going to need to, oops, not turn off, turn on, so that we can get lot warmer. Is the window's closed, so it should be heating up. It's getting colder, huh? Interesting. Why is my heater not working? Maybe because I am moving, but yeah, the windows are closed. Weird. All right. Ooh, that gunshot was a meta event. Here we go, automated broadcast system. Let's see about the rain. Average temperature is in the 50s, maximum 60s. Moderate wind, some clouds. To end in the morning, expected light to moderate rain. Okay, so it's not going to last too much longer. That's good. Tomorrow, humidity, clear skies. That's good. Light fog. Okay, I don't want to drive through fog. Device options. Let's go turn that off. I noticed that you can't just have a moderate cold. When you start getting sick, you just get sick. And then when you get better, you just get immediately better. That's something I hope that they improve on in build 42. So down here, cleared out all the zombies on this road. And then here's the bridge across. Okay, the temperature is starting to go up. The heater's finally kicking in. So once that goes away, we should be pretty good. The cough should go away not too far from when we get no longer chilly. Taking a cigarette as well because our smoker trait demands us to. We have a coughing and a sneezing that attracts more zombies, but you can see when there's almost no zombies left, that hardly matters. Here we are. Oh, here we go. Hello there. Now, one thing is that whenever I met a zombie, I would lure him off the road so I didn't have to drive over him. And it just saved me having to pick him up and move them off the road. So, yeah, just quality of life stuff that I did. Less rough on the tires, less chance of my car going airborne if I had to run out here real quick. Yeah, I still don't, I thought it was pretty thorough. I still don't know where, like, these onesies and twosies just keep popping up from time to time. But I've learned long ago to stop questioning it. They're going to show up when they do. See, there's another one. Alright, I'm going to turn down the temperature to there because we are starting to get 86. It's getting quite warm in here. And here we are. In here, and there's a one still left in the parking lot, but you can see all the blood stains. And here's a small group, but there's a lot of zombies that were in this entire parking lot. And if I know how many there were, I would have recorded that because that was a lot of shotgun shells. And you can see I still have plenty of shotgun shells left over, but man, did I just shotgun shell everybody in here. So over here is the mall. A lot of blood here. Used to be a lot of zombies. And a lot of blood along here. And I cleared out this entire mall. I won't bother getting out to show you, but take my word for it. Although, you know what? Hang on. Yeah. I'm going to see if they have any tissues and stuff in here, which is something you would do. You see like the blood and such along the walls here. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if there's any shop here that sells medical stuff. There's the books here. I'm going to start at the bottom level and work our way up. What is this store? Kids place, okay. Number of clothes stores. More clothes stores. You know, I do think the pharmacy is up a level. Yeah, that's toys. Yeah, I should have gone up here so I could see what all of these were. So we've got here, this looks out to the dining area, which I also cleared that out too. I should keep out the katana as a precaution. I don't know where any tissues or anything are, so I might not stay here for too long. Okay, I think we're good here. I'll just do a circle lap around and see if I can find what I'm looking for right away, and probably won't find it. Oh, hello. This kind of looks like a waiting area. Is this? Yes, okay. Oh, actually, we're getting better. Oh, hello. You are, the doctor will see you now. Dr. Katana. Alright, so since we're recovering, we're going to recover pretty quickly. And I heard a little bit of banging, so there's a spare zombie or two still left in here, but for the most part, this whole mall is cleared out. So, let's just get back to our car, and then head on to Louisville, where I will show you the fruits of my labor and the final bit that I was doing in this this playthrough. Louisville being, of course, the last location. Our cold went back up to nasty. You know what? Let's eat some chips. That will make us better. If we're full health, you can recover from colds better. There we are. We're well fed. That might counteract the nasty cold. I'll, eat some more chips. Excuse me. You know what? I almost crashed into you. You exceeded your living privileges. So come on over here. And taken care of. And I saw you. Don't think I didn't see you up here. So you, follow me. And then we just wait for him. And then we just come over here. Okay, and then to Louisville we go. And here we are, the main road, and off we go to Louisville. Alright, and then we just take this S-bend, and then we're going to get to the military checkpoint. I've been through this multiple times. I'm just going to close up the window for extra protection, because every so often I keep finding Zeds. Or zombies, I should say, Z's, here in the military checkpoint. As you can see, I moved the cars aside, dismantled all the others, got rid of the barricade, came on through here, moved more of these cars aside, and here we are, the military base. I fully looted the military base, and I'm just going to stop here real quick. This is a safe enough place. So here we are, and I actually walked the entire fence line right along through here all the way to the edge. So I walked the entire military perimeter of this. So that was fun, and there was actually quite a few good loot that I discovered along there, and definitely some story. The burnt down town with the barricades cut right through, so it seems like a desperate measure of the government to burn the illness away. Didn't work, of course. And then, of course, there's the hole into the fence line where all the zombies were able to get in. And here's a bunch of the refugees here at the Louisville entrance. But yeah, I would come through here, and I found a good residence that I decided to make for myself. And it was my home base in Louisville, as I basically cleared out everything. Or at least attempted to clear out everything. I haven't completely cleared out Louisville. I got distracted by other projects. But for the most part, it's clear. All of the major stuff is clear. All that's left are mainly just the residential buildings and houses. And given that I kind of ignored March Ridge, I say that's good enough for me. So the place I picked was over here on the left-hand side, since Louisville I knew was going to be overwhelmed with zombies. I wanted to have a house on the waterfront, therefore only 3 sides of zombies could approach me from. And so we're going to head on there. Again, zombies will randomly show up onto this road, so I do have to be a bit careful so I don't just run into them. And the rains are done for the day, so we don't have to worry about that. Move those cars out of the way. And yeah, almost through. So it's like one of these houses is a good beachfront property. Again, I wanted to be somewhere close where I could wash myself and get fish whenever I wanted. And it's past here. I think it will be... Is it the next house? No, one more. One more. And... here it is. Here it is. So, yep. Same as last time. I'll just leave the engine running. I built some ramparts here. Quickly come on up. And I have extended out where I could go and I could shoot any zombie that might try to be banging on my door. And it's actually worked out. I actually used those a couple times because zombies were coming up to bang on my door. Nice little garage area. This is where I keep the majority of my stuff. In the back, over here up front is the metal stuff. All the rest of the stuff I have, all my weapons overflow in these those cabinets, and then over here is all of my weapons here, and then as well as all of my firearms and stuff that I was collecting. And most of this is from Louisville, but some of it I did bring. But yeah, there's a lot of guns in Louisville. Who knew? Over here I have icebox. I have some bait fish, which I could use to try to get more fish if I so wish. How's this generator doing? 37, 47, so I would need to repair that generator before long if I was going to be playing much more of this. And then over here I have the fridge area. This I used to store fish soup in there. Let's go ahead and eat one of the cereal. Keep our weight up, make us nice and fed. And then we just come on up here. Over here, this is where I was putting all of the funny stuff that I was like wanting to wear here and there in the cabinet. This is where I would sleep, of course, but we can't sleep now. We're not tired enough. And then I also have a water barrel up on the roof. In fact, I should show you that now. So let's just go out here, out the front. Here's the garage. Nothing much in here. This is just by where I stored all of my cigarettes and matches. You can see it's like cigarettes I was not short of. So smoker trait was definitely a worthwhile investment. And then here and over there are the water barrels. And I don't want to accidentally fall through the roof. I have done that more than once and it almost killed me. And I got the water barrels there and I'm just like, don't want to go back up there. I also have a couple of lookout shootout areas here and there, mainly because there was just a little bit of opening, and hey, I wanted to be completely secure. So that's the majority of my little stay here in Louisville. We'll look at the map real briefly. So as I went through here, as you can see, I kind of cleared out. I went all the way down the road here to here because this was another gun location. Excuse me. And I I cleared out the racetrack here. Also went down here to visit this kind of village and such. This is like a golf course. Didn't have any interest really to go there. But the majority, I spent the time clearing out this entire area, including this road here, which I showcased in my other Project Zomboid video, of how I just kept having to clear out so many zombies right down the center here. And I expanded out quite a bit going to the mall. But as you can see, everything else of Louisville is largely just residential, and that was just been easy, slow pop-up. So, didn't completely clear out Louisville, but it's mainly because it would have been more of a grind than I needed to. Also, Build 42 was announced, so I didn't feel the need to continue. Or should I say, announced to be released. So, during the day when I was staying in Louisville, I would just come out, I'd drive down here, and basically get to where I last left off, and then just continue clearing the zombies block by block. No more zombies around here, because I frequently travel this area. They no longer come here. Take a left turn here, and then take a right turn here. And then over there's the school. And finally take one more left turn here. And then finally take a right turn here. And that will get us basically onto the street. So with the street that I showcased in my other video, going down here, driving down, there's going to be the reason why it was so hard to clear... Oh, some zombies moved in the area. The reason why it's so hard to clear this road is because mainly... I'm not there yet. There's these large buildings of like apartments and such that just had a ton of zombies in them. And like this. Like that 4-story one, that had a bunch of zombies that I had to take care of. I still have a few wrecks. I haven't cleared the streets entirely. This one, seat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers, that had a bunch of zombies just coming out of the windows after me that I had to go and clear out. You can see the entire streets are paved in blood and guts and gore and brains. And this one had a bunch of zombies come out. As you can see, it's just like it just never stopped. Like, they just kept coming out, and boy, was that actually kind of fun and exhilarating trying to clear out this street. This street was the one that caused me the most trouble. But anyways, let me just double check where we are. Okay, so we want to go up a couple more streets, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Moving forward. Yeah, like I said, still more blood all the way through. There was the police station. I managed to get even more guns from there. There's the public library. And here's the art gallery. I had plans to maybe like loot that and decorate like a permanent base, but again, never got around to it. Alright, we're going to go down this road. I'm going to take you to the Louisville Mall, which was basically the last real place I cleared out before I decided to make this showcase. Basically memorializing all the work that I did. And coming on down, again, I gotta be careful because zombies can still pop up out of here. Louisville is not completely clear. As you can see, I was here recently with all of these zombie corpses. I again got them out of the street where I killed them, so I didn't have to worry about that. Did I make a wrong turn? Let me check. Nope, this is still a good turn. Alright, so we turn a left here. I'm gonna turn a right here, more zombie corpses that I had. cut on through. That pharmacy burned down. That's unfortunate. Oh, this stupid car is in the way. Alright. Well, I'm just going to clear these guys out really quick. Come here. Okay, he's stuck on the door. When you're ready to go loud, you just make sure you have enough ammo. And fortunately, I've got 82 magazines of bullets for this gun. So I am in no fear of running out of bullets. Okay. And not to mention a level 10 aiming. Ooh, some survivor zombies over here. That was a miss. Okay. You know what? I'm going to group you guys over here because you guys seem to have better stuff on you. So, oh, I jammed. Okay, let's see what you got. You got a hiking bag with nothing in it, a gas mask and a hammer. This guy had a shovel and a hammer. Nothing much here. And you had a stone hammer, a large backpack with nothing in it. Okay, so these guys were kind of cheap. They were hardly surviving. Alright, I'm just going to leave him. He's never going to break down that door. And I have no need to help him otherwise. Okay. And then we'll move forward a little. And then we're going to try to push this car out of the way. Okay. I think I need to winch it. Oh. I can only detach the trailer. Okay. So we'll need to take an alternative route. So, didn't clear out that road enough, so let's go up one. Maybe that will allow us, otherwise I'll have to take the long way down south. Not looking forward to it. So, take a right, take another right. Oh, there's a police barricade here. Alright, long way it is then. Rotate, and down this way. Alright, and then let's take a right here. We'll cut through the parking lot of the Black Saddle. And then we'll just come on over here. Excellent. And then, I know this is clear. I'm going to take this turn here. Because this was my main pathway to get to the mall. And then turn here. And this should get us to the mall. So, yeah, this has been more or less the showcase of what I've been working on. And the mall should be right here. Here it is. Around this car. Coming around here to the front. There's still some decaying corpse bodies. As you see, I also painted the parking lot here in blood. This gives you an example of just like how many zombies that I've killed. And I think like there's a 10% chance that they turn into a skeleton like this. So, yeah, the Grand Ohio Mall is cleared out. I just wanted to show this all to you guys, and for myself, for future viewing purposes of what all I did. And, yeah, this was a quite fun little solo project for me to do. I want to thank you all so much for watching. And, stay tuned, because I'm pretty sure I will showcase Project Zomboid stuff in the future as this game gets better and better for each build. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.